Hi, today we are going to see the 88th Stotra. Sulabha Suvrada Siddha Shatrujit Shatrutapanaha Naigrodho Dhumbaro Ashwatachanurandra Nishudanaha Sulabha Suvrada Siddha Shatrujit Shatrutapanaha Naigrodho Dhumbaro Ashwatachanurandra Nishudanaga Sulabha. Su means with easily or with great or with extra happiness. So Sulabha. Labha means getting. Sulabha means with easily available. That means Bhagavan is readily available or easily attainable only for certain devotees who are very true in devotion, as well as who are taking the right effort in unveiling his own self. That means we are all covered with Maya. So there are a lot of desires that will be distracting us. So when we have we have guts to unveil ourselves away from all these distractions. At that time, Bhagavan will be easily available. And there will be a lot of miserable bits of matter that is keep on making us deviate from our thoughts. And also sadhanas will be attainable only if the mind is that strong. Sadhana means we are achieving something great or something that others feel impossible. Those kind of things can be easily attainable only through hard work and self-dedication. So Bhagavan can be easily available when we have these qualities. But otherwise we feel that it is a tough thing to reach Bhagavan. But this is the most easy path, dharma and the truth. With that extra dedication and our devotion, Bhagavan is easily attainable to our soul. Next one is Suvrada. Vradam. Vradam means it's kind of rules or the path that we are written to follow. And Su means it is also said like most, great. So Bhagavan is the most auspicious form. That means Bhagavan's main motive. Vradam means something that has certain rules and regulations and it is better to follow. That is Dharma. So Bhagavan's motive. So Vrada means good intention. Bhagavan's main motive is to destroy evil and protect good. So for us as a seeker, our main manifestation or our own self goal is to realize and destroy the ego and to gain back our own self. That means self is the Bhagavan himself in the Atma, in the soul. That is Suvrada, most auspicious form. Siddha. Siddha means perfection. Or it is the Bhagavan is considered to be the absolute state of perfection. So in the real eternal form is Bhagavan, which is not at all broken at any time. So Bhagavan is unbroken and he is never changing from perfection. So he is considered to be always perfect at all times. That's why Bhagavan is called Siddha. Siddha means another thing means it is the peace of mind that a person can attain. That's why we call Siddha. Siddha means already achieved state or level. So Siddha means to achieve something, and that is the most perfect form. Next one is Shatrujit. Shatru means enemy. Jit means victorious. So Bhagavan is ever victorious over host of enemies. Whoever the enemy is, Bhagavan will be the winner. And for as a human being, our main enemy is the passion and control of the consciousness. So both objective and subjective, we are very much distracted. So we should help our mind focus on one thing. That shows that the permanent thing is the soul and not the any other thing. So that powerful urge for us is very uncontrollable. That means our mind always go towards, if one person is doing something, why can't we? If another person is doing a mistake, why can't we try that? But if they do something good, instead of following them, we try to question them. That is the main enemy for us. So to our Shatru is the thing, that the intention or the thoughts that occur to us when someone is doing something, that should change. When something bad is doing, we are trying to follow it. Yeah, it gives us a happy or happiness or joy, that is temporary. But we should have a mind to look for the permanent happiness or joy. And Bhagavan is in our own heart. So he will help us to tackle all these obstacles and move towards the truth. That's why he is the supreme conqueror of all enemies. That's why he is called Shatrujit, who is winning over the Shatru or the enemies. Next is Shatrutapana. That means croucher of enemies. Shatru means enemies. Tapana means who is burning down. Means all the negative tendency, that is polluted heart, can be burnt by Bhagavan's Nama or Bhagavan's thoughts. That's why Tapana, burning down. What all things are burning down? The negative thoughts and the other ignorance. That means Bhagavan is offering or showering the blessings to the devotees who is falling to his feet or remembering him once in a while. So Bhagavan is that much power. That's why he is called Shatrutapana. Naigrodha. Naigrodha means Bhagavan is controlling all the beings, all the human beings, all the creations, by hiding himself under the Maya, behind the Maya. So only if you have certain knowledge or certain power to understand Bhagavan, we will slowly take away that unveiling shade and look on the Bhagavan and move towards him. So there is a lot of things that is covering our face from Bhagavan. So it is making us, it is like an obstacle for us from reaching Bhagavan. So Bhagavan will function as the consciousness inside us. So that the vasanas, that is the fear, the anger, the ego, everything, that kind of vasanas should be distracted. Otherwise, it is taking our attention away. And we have lot of objects outside that makes us perceive things in a different way. We need a lot of clarification before we do something. That trust doesn't come easily to us. We don't believe in things. We have to scientifically prove everything. So that is the problem with us. So it will take time to unveil everything and look towards Bhagavan. But if we trust our forefathers, if we follow them, then we know that there is a fact. That's why these many generations followed it. We don't do that. We always ask for proof. And also Bhagavan is above everything. He is the core in us, or the soul in us. See, he is the effulgent being. That means he is self. No support from anyone. And he has made the entire world. He has manifested everything. And he is above all what we can even think of. He is the nobler. He is the mightier. He controls and regulates and organizes all set of activities. He is that much powerful. That's why we call him Naigrodha. Next one is Udumbara. Udumbara means he is nourishing all the living creatures by supplying appropriate food. So, Udumbara, Udum means like he is catching us with proper nourishment, and he is doing things for us at any point of time, like sky, Akasham. It is spread out everywhere. Bhagavan is spread out everywhere, who is manifesting elements for us. And he is the source out of which all creatures are emerged, as well as it goes back. And he is the cause of Akasha, or the sky, and he is even the subtler for effect that is happening. So even a small change is all because of Bhagavan. We will think that I must have taken that decision. We will never take that, because it's already written. According to the situation, we will think like that, and we will take only that decision. So Bhagavan already written what is going to happen. We should not feel sad of what has already happened, or when we do any mistake. So the mistakes are meant for us to teach a lesson, so that we don't repeat it in future. So everything that happens, it is not in our hands. So we may think that I got an opportunity and I missed it. No, that opportunity is meant to be missed, so that we have another choice coming up, bigger choice coming up. So we should never regret our decision, or regret our actions that has already been taken, because even when we think now that we could have taken another decision, at that point even us, in this time, even regretted, must have taken the same thing, because Bhagavan has written the history that has to be happened to be like this. No one can change it. So Bhagavan has already there to help us, support us in future. So there is no need to worry about what is going to happen in future. He is there with us. He is not walking towards us. He is not walking in front. He is carrying us in his hand and walking. So that's why we are feeling so comfortable. We should feel so comfort in Bhagavan's hands, because there is someone to protect us. Next one is Ashwatha. Ashwatha means it is a tree. So Bhagavan is a tree of life. He is blessing with lot of life. In the same way, there is a tree, perennial tree, that is called Ficus religiosa. That tree's name is Ashwatha, because it can relate to us, to the immortal Bhagavan. That means it is giving shade to many people, and it lives long. So it is from generation after generation after generation, it is giving shade. And under its shade, the main thing that is helping it stay like this is the love at the base. That is clinging to the earth with its root. and it's growing old in the breeze. After time passes, it causes death. But what happens? They are carrying the body in moonlit procession to the burial ground. At that time, the children of each departed one, they are still repeating the same unending cycle of life. The life never ends. It is a cycle. If one yugam is over, Bhagavan is creating another yugam until he feels that there is a purpose of destruction. And in the same old tree, we are feeling the fleeting of joy and sorrow. And it will not remain the same tomorrow. So it is Ashwatha means Bhagavan is like a tree of life, which is showing that every day it is different. We will have joy one day, we will be sorrow one day, but we should know how to tackle it, overcome it. We should know there is a help for us. And we should realize that there is no other strength greater than Bhagavan to help us. Next one is Chanurandra Nishudhana. Chanura means he is a great wrestler. Chanura is a great wrestler. Andhra means we know the name of the place, but now the real meaning is the wrestler. Andhra is the wrestler. So Chanunandra means Chanura is a great wrestler. And Nishudhana. Nishudhana means destroyer. So Bhagavan is a destroyer of the Chanura, another wrestler. So since he destroyed Chanura, who is a great wrestler, Bhagavan's name is Chanurandra Nishudhana. That's why he's called Chanurandra Nishudhana. He destroyed Chanura, the great wrestler Chanura. So here we are seeing the names Sulabha, Suvrata, Siddha, Shatrujit, Shatrutapana, Naigrodha, Udumbara, Ashwatha, and Chanurandra Nishudhana. So we'll be reaching 825th Namam of Vishnu Bhagavan. Sulabha, Suvrata, Siddha, Shatrujit, Shatrutapanaha, Naigrodhodhumbaro, Ashwatha, Chanurandra Nishudhanaha.